Hello, this is a whole microphone check. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. So let's see. I guess I can hear you, but can someone put a one in the chat if you can hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. I don't think they could hear me. Let's see. Can you hear me? Put a one in the chat if you can. Thank you, Shiro's Nation, because I was about to panic. I'm in my workout clothes, about to go work out. But thank you guys for coming over. Thank you, Shiro's Nation, Miss Dovey. Every time I wanted to give, it may be freezing a little bit. We are down here where we just coming out of a lot of thunderstorms. So thank you, Shiro and MTGV. I was on your channel. I am a avid Aaliyah Grant. I watched the whole trial. I was shocked. Miss Sheila E. I'm so thankful for everyone coming over. So give it one more minute. This is a very new channel, so it doesn't have um, the all the cute things coming on and stuff. Got to learn to do that. But this channel is based up on me and my health and me trying to help others, right? This is Cami Spot. I made this as a journey to my weight loss. I've by doing intentional body health, body, soul, and mind changes. The keyword is intentional. The keyword is intentional. So you may be watching and you may not have any weight to lose, but it doesn't matter. It's all about health, right? So after losing 80 pounds, I'm still on my journey to lose another maybe 60 to another 80. It takes time. You can see my before and after picture on my other channels, right? Because I don't know how to put it all together. But anyway, so I'm going to start. So I really believe in intentional health. Somebody said to me, and I always believe that the body that you're in today is the result of your what you did 5 years ago. The body so right now, my health and where I am is 5 years ago. What did I do or what did I didn't do? Right? What do I didn't do? Yeah, that is improper. But so what was happening, I'm now on another journey and I got to lose 680 pounds. But because I lost so much, it's like my body plateaued. My body is stopped. I know exactly what to do. I'm doing it, but it stopped. So I said, okay, to get to where I gotta go, I gotta look at different things. Because anything that you're gonna do intentionally, you gotta be strategic with it. Whether it's a channel, whether it's losing weight, whether it's just getting health. And again, I don't want anyone to think that this is just about weight loss. This is about holistic health. So I want to talk today about inflammation. Believe it or not, that achy joint you may have all of a sudden, that tummy pudge, what we call the fupa at the bottom, you may be this skinny and you got this belly sitting right here, right? That the skin problems, if you have skin problems like psoriasis, eczema, all of those things, depression, believe it or not, depression and autoimmune diseases, cancer can be linked to chronic inflammation. But do you know what that is? I really needed, so I said, what happened was I got up one day and I weighed myself, which I try not to weigh myself every day. I'm actually going to be doing something on alternative ways to look at your weight loss, right? Alternative ways to look at your health. It's not just always weighing yourself. Me personally, I'm not the person to weigh my, because if I see a pound up, I'm an all or nothing thing, which I'm trying to overcome. Like, oh my God, what's the point of everything? It's over, blah, blah, blah. I might as well eat this, whatever. So I got up one day and I did weigh myself, and I was 6 pounds more than the day before. 6 pounds. Now that's impossible. That's impossible for 6 pounds in if I go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up 6 pounds heavier in the morning. It's impossible. But is it? It's not. It is inflammation. And you know how when you eat a certain, so what had happened was I had ate some rice. Now I haven't eaten rice in a year. I cut out all rice, pastas, and breads. If I eat breads, it is like whole wheat, non-sugar, gluten-free, right? But this bread was, I'm Jamaican and I ate some good old Jamaican bread. The next 2 days, my whole stomach was bloated. A lot of times, right, we get bloated and we're like, oh, it's because of it's the gluten in the breads, which I'm gonna tell you about shortly. But this is what caused me to look at now, Arlene, look at the foods you putting into your body, because I'm at a plateau. It don't matter if I exercise every day, I drink the water, I do all that. It's like my body's like, we're not going. We're not going. So I started looking at the foods that I'm eating, at the inflammation. So let me give you. I'm a nurse by trade, but I'm not. What I'm talking to you today is about my journey, and but I do say, to do your research as well, right? So when I woke up with that 5 pounds, I was like, I knew it was inflammation. And I started looking more into it and looking at the foods that I eat. And I am eating inflammation. Um, I'm putting into my body things that are not good. And again, remember I told you inflammation has been linked to obesity, it's been linked to skinny obesity, which is your whole body is small, but you got a big tummy, right? It's been linked to autoimmune diseases like lupus, and the other different ones out there. It's been linked to arthritis. It's been linked to cancer, and it's been linked to depression, right? So the normal inflammation, the body was built to help the body. So if you ever like hit your arm, I hit my arm on something and right and it gets red. That's what it's supposed to do. So what happens is when you hit your arm, your body said, "Uh-oh, something just happened to down the street on the arm. We got to bring our chemicals, we got to bring our everything there. Our white blood cells are coming. If there's an infection, we got to come there and heal something, right?" The issue is when that does happen, there are chemicals that go into the bloodstream, right? Chemical pew pew go into the bloodstream. So it comes, all the army comes, the way your body was made, all the army comes, and then it goes to that area, and you'll see a red, you may see a swelling. That's normal. That's what it's supposed to do, actually. That's what your body is supposed to do. So they will come there and they will, when I say they, that's your blood cells and all that stuff, and they start the healing process inside. Afterwards, you'll see it go down, then it changes color. That means we're good. But you remember I used the thing about chemicals get dispersed into your body, right? So switch it now to chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is this thing is happening without that injury, right? And this thing is happening because of the things that we're eating, the things we're putting into our body. It causes that same inflammatory process, but you can't see it because it's inside. It's not on the surface where I can see it. It's around your liver, it's around your organs, it's around your heart, it's around your joints. You're not seeing it, right? So when you see that swelling in your ankle, you get that bloating in your stomach, it's that inflammatory process that's happening. It could be, right? Okay. So I said, okay, I got that. I understand that. I hope this is helping somebody because what I learned, it's stressful in a way because I have to make some changes. And I'm going to tell you a change that I made. And I know it made a difference because I'm back down like 6 pounds. So that actually is probably my actual weight without the inflammation. My ankles went right back down, right? Um, I'm an older person and thank God, I have not, even though I haven't been taking care of myself probably a long time. I started this journey last year. Um, I want to live a little longer. I want to enjoy life, and I want people who are listening to do that, right? So, what are the signs of inflammation? And I checked that out too. I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I am telling you the correct things. The signs of inflammation is tiredness, fatigue. You just don't have it in you. I just don't have the energy. It's not that I don't want to have the energy. I just don't have it. I just don't. They attribute that to inflammation because of the if you have inflammation in your body and your body is trying to work overtime to that's the chronic one to fix it, your brain gets tired, right? So you get actually that's what they attribute it to. So the people who are always tired, you'll see people call that chronic fatigue. It's all these chemicals in the bloodstream. You're frequently tired. You just need to get sleep. Even if you're sleeping, you're still waking up tired, right? Another thing is joint pain. So joint pain could be a sign of inflammation. Like for me, the way I knew it was when I got up in the morning, everything was hurting. Not my normal hurt. not my normal hurt. This is different. Like I couldn't bend my knee back. Like everything was achy. I'm talking about in my joints, right? And some people with like rheumatoid arthritis and arthritis in itself, it's inflammation. This is why do you think when you go to the doctor with joint pain or back pain or what you call it, autoimmune diseases like lupus, why do you think they're giving you steroids? Even cancer, they're giving you steroids to drop the inflammation. That's the reason, right? Another thing is digestive issues you may have. That could be diarrhea, cramping. For me personally, is the gas and bloating. I ate that thing. I was the most uncomfortable. I couldn't do anything with this ever. I could. I drank ginger tea, all of this stuff. I could not do a thing with it. I was a mess. Right? I couldn't even. I said, oh, I can't do that again. Right? Itchy skin. It is again, this is the chemicals of inflammation. The chemicals of inflammation. So your skin, you just itching, you like, let me take this Benadryl. Benadryl is not a steroid, but I promise you, if you took a steroid, it would calm it down. But you don't take steroids if you don't need to, because that's a whole nother talk. But your skin is itchy, dry, you have skin issues, psoriasis, eczema. It could be a result of inflammation. Belly fat. Remember, I told you about this thing. They call it this skinny fat. People have this belly that's sitting in front. Well, that is not regular fat. That's brown fat. If you open up the belly, the fat is yellow, right? If you open up the that type of fat, it's really called adipose, right? But that type of fat send off horrible toxic chemicals that will kill you. So this fupa that we make fun of is not fun. We gotta get rid of it, right? So this belly fat, that's why I tell them at work when they bothering me, look, I'm trying to you are stressing me out and increasing my belly fat. Please leave me alone. I'm watching the time. I'm not even. I'm trying to get through, but it's a lot, and I didn't know it would be this lot. But I'm trying. And then I told you about depression already. Of course, when you're stressed out, you become depressed because of whatever it is, right? You become depressed, right? And then when you get depressed, what do? You don't move. You don't eat right. All of that. It's a whole cycle of crap, right? So then guess what? It leads to inflammation. It's a whole vicious cycle. So the inflammation, you don't want to move, your body hurts, then guess what? You get more depressed, then the inflammation increase, and then the body fat gets better, more, and then it puts off more chemicals. It is just continual. So that's why I'm saying, guys, I wish I knew how to put things on here. But Sierra did a reel and it said, I want to live. I wish I could share that. But Nicki Minaj did a song long time ago, it's called Moments for Life. And there is one sentence in there, it brought tears to my eyes because it was my truth. Everybody lives. Everyone's alive, but not everybody lives. That was me. I haven't been living because I'm not taking care of body, soul, and mind. All right. I want to say now, what besides all that, there are some things that contribute to chronic inflammation, and this is like smoking. Again, your bad diet, not getting enough sleep, right? Not getting enough sleep. If you don't get the 6 to 8 hours of recommended sleep, your body doesn't heal. Your body got to not just your eyes closed, but you have to rest. And that rest, you got to go into this thing called REM sleep. So by you not getting rest, you're actually, and myself included, staying up, watching da 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 da, right? You're not allowing your body to heal. Your body needs continuous, not naps, continuous 6 to 8 hours. If it doesn't get it, it creates a stress response. And you ever see, like, people will say as they get older, as I get older, I just can't lose weight. You got to look at all these things. Your body is in stress mode. When it's in stress mode, it creates this inflammatory response. You got to get the 6 to 8 hours. Also, like I said, smoking, and but the main thing is it's the diet, right? This is super important. They've done studies, and like I said, people with cancer, and you'll be like at work, this last week, we had a 38-year-old diagnosed with a brain tumor. I'm really passionate about this. And I was like, where in the heck is this coming from? See, we attribute a lot of things to a lot of things, but you really never know. So what you got to do is get the information, be aware, and manage the things that you can manage. What can you manage now is sleep. Sleep. I'm very bad at that, and I got to get better at that. Sleep. These digital, I was listening to a pastor, he said these digital devices are a distraction, right, to positive outcomes. Digital distractions are Digital devices are a distraction to positive outcomes. They taking away our rest, but people in the hospital right now wishing they could, wishing they knew. So, I have a little bit of time left. So let me tell you what are some of the things that you can do and what I'm doing right now to try to. I'm looking at my foods. Besides sleeping, I'm looking at my foods. So one of the things, some of the bad foods. Let me start with that. Some of the bad foods are. Let me pull. Oh, it's not going to pull it up. So let me 1 second. Okay. Some of the bad foods are factory farm meat and dairy, right? Grains. This is like your when you go out to shop, look for the ones. You ever hear them talk about gluten free? Gluten free. In the past, I used to hear that and I was like, please. But you know what? I tried it and I seen on my whole body, it made a difference. So you buying your breads and stuff, you're buying pasta, whatever you buying as far as grains, try it. If you could change one thing in the list that I'm telling you about, one thing is better than nothing. So in your grains, try looking for gluten-free grains, right? Gluten-free grains, pasta, rice, and it is listed on the label, right? Another thing, now this one here is not I'm not happy at all. But sugars, stay away from sugars. I was I was like, okay, I'll drink water and I don't drink juice. I haven't had a juice in over a year. No juices. I haven't had no Kool-Aid. No, none of that. I have not had any sodas with not none of that. But guess what? I've been drinking a lot of Diet Coke, and what I found out that fake sugar, when we're trying to do no sugar and we do these fake sugars, there are some fake sugars that causes inflammation. And I was drinking Diet Coke, I'm not gonna lie, a whole lot, and I'm thinking I'm good, but it didn't work. So am I going to just cut it out right away? No. And I'm not telling anyone to cut it out right away. I never That's not how I succeeded. What I succeeded with is doing a little at a time. So I said, okay, Arlene, you are drinking all the 4 or 5 Diet Coke a day. You need to replace have one Diet Coke a day, right? The rest you need to replace with water. I mean, that's just me. The other thing is salmon, and you got when you buy these tilapias and salmon and fishes and things, please make sure it's not farmed raised. Look for the wild. It'll say it on the package, like it'll say wild caught or something like that, right? It is a little bit more expensive. You'll even see it looks different. Not everything that's inexpensive is good for your body, right? Canned fish like tuna, mackerel, all that kind of stuff, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. But make sure it's not in sunflower, safflower, canola, soybean. Those are very bad. Those are inflammatory oils, right? What are the good oils? Is coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil in general, right? Is good. So you can have sardines, or they do have tuna and different oils and stuff. But if you get your tuna, just get it in the water, right? And then put your spin on it, or however you eat it, right? What are good foods? Oh, the worst one for me that just made me have a whole panic attack. Coffee. Oh my. Look at this coffee right here. Coffee. That's going to be a hard one, but I'm going to work on it. Coffee is inflammatory. So I'm going to finish out my Keurig coffees that I have in there, which is like 2 boxes. But in the meantime, I'm thinking maybe Arlene drop it to the most 2 a day. I'm a 4 to 5 a day coffee person. Switch it with teas. Teas are good. Let me tell you the good things. Teas, turmeric. Turmeric. I'm saying it wrong, but I have if you look in my video about water, there's a picture that I got. It has the things you put in the water. It's ginger and turmeric. I got it from Amazon. Excellent. Turmeric is a key to helping with inflammation. Another thing is uh, acid cider vinegar. Now at Publix, and I don't have one because I have to go shopping. They do have apple cider vinegar, the regular one by Briggs, but Briggs now started making a mixture in a bottle with blueberries, strawberries, all of that. And it's really, really, really good. It's really good. Apple cider vinegar is so good. And you may say, I have a lot of acid in my stomach. I've had acid in my stomach. I take a little bit of that. That thing neutralizes it, and I feel so much better. So to end, the anti-inflammatory foods are, I told you, non-starchy vegetables like broccoli, spinach. You know what those are. Kale. Those are all good. Believe it or not, organ meats, liver, grass-fed beef. Now, the way beef is going right now, beef is so expensive, and you want me to go and get grass-fed beef. Now, I've never had grass-fed beef because I never paid for it. I don't eat a lot of red meat anyway, but I think I'm gonna buy a small one to see what is there a different taste, and I'll get back with you. And then you could have eggs, chicken, and pork, but you know, just look that it's natural. You know, you have to start reading it. I saw an a label, and you know what it said at the bottom? I was shocked. It was in creamer, and I love creamers with my coffee. And it said contains GMO products. What? Contains GMO products, right? Um, so it's hard, but what I'm gonna do and what I tell people to do, yes, just read my book. You're absolutely right. However, we got to start somewhere. There's a lot of people getting sick. I remember when I just started my nursing career, I never saw so many melanated people with lupus. You hardly didn't see it. And as I went over my nursing journey, my profession, which I've been in since 1991, the amount of people that are having and have undiagnosed autoimmune diseases, because it's sometimes you have it, you don't know, you having all the symptoms, some of the symptoms I'm telling you about, and you really, you're like, okay, I'm just getting old. Is by the time you really get it diagnosed, because it has made such damage in your body, or all of a sudden you come up with a cancer, a tumor, you're like, what is this? Or you, or something, by the time the damage has been done, and then they're like, oh, you have an autoimmune disease, because that's when they start doing that workup. And there's a blood test called CRP, which tells your level of inflammation in your body, just to let you know, right? So people who have autoimmune diseases, when they go into the doctor for their checkup, this is one of the things to see, are their levels going up or down. I think there is a way that you could go to Quest. I mean, if you don't have a doctor, but you could go to Quest and do it on your own to see where you are. I'm gonna do some more investigation on that. So it's 12:29 p.m. I hope this, what I don't, like I said, it's a new channel, and I really, really, really don't know how to drop the links or the next link. But the next person that's coming up, I believe, is Brooke Valentine University. Thank you for joining. I hope one thing, I always just ask for one thing that could yes, just read my book, that grass-fed beef. I've never had it, but I might see, I might try to check and just see, you know, what it tastes like. I've never had it, you know. I have none. Thank you guys for joining. I'm so passionate about this. And again, I'm looking at ways for health, not just for me, for everyone. And again, I might be saying this is my lifelong, this is what I love to do. I could do this for nothing, you know. Thank you again, Ms. Dovey and Ms. Sheila, and Forever Lisa for being the administrators. Ms. Dovey is the originator of the Liveathon. And again, I'm sorry, I don't know how to drop the links and stuff like that. I'll get better over time. Please like, share, and subscribe. My next video, I will probably be trying that grass fed beef or something, or I will be doing workout with me videos. I'm gonna go work out after the liveathon. Um, thank you so much. So it's Brooke Valentine, right? Forever Lisa. I wish we had any time for questions. Um, you know, please, yes, please thumbs up. And if she has a reminder set for 12:30. Okay. Hi, Miss Brooke. Hi, Miss Brooke. I'm sorry I went over your time. if you have any questions, don't waste your money on grass-fed beef. They all eat grass. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Well, get some rest, guys. Try to get that sleep time in to decrease that stomach fat. Try to cut down on your coffee. I hope you take any one of these suggestions, and maybe it will make a big change in your body. Oh, Miss Brooks said I could go. Does anyone have any questions? Because I could answer them. Or I know, just to let you know, Miss Dovey does have a women's night on Thursdays, and I'll be there too. But if you to have any questions, you could leave it in a comment and I will answer it. All right. All right. Let's go over to Brooke Valentine University. Her channel is that name. She's in the chat. Have a wonderful day, okay? Thank you so much again. I'm honored that you guys joined. Bye.